I've been in two relationships so far in my life, and I've learned a lot from them, truthfully. And a lot of them are actually obvious lessons, but I mean, obviously, if I had to learn them, I didn't know them. So I did learn a lot. So from the first relationship was, you might not believe this, sixth grade. Sixth grade. You're barely in middle school. Sixth grade. And what happened was, this is also the time when the pandemic was around. So like there was this girl, and we also had pretty small classes because again the pandemic. So pretty much the characters in this one are my friend and this girl that I liked, and so I really liked this girl. Like I was like focused on her. I was like really like wanting her, and it would be so far as though I was obsessed with her. I remember one time in sixth grade, whenever I was showering at home, I was just looking down on the ground pretty much, like just not focused, thinking that I would be upset if my friend got off that girl. Like it was a bad thought, honestly, and especially because he was my friend. That's the thing. Like if he was just some random guy, like yeah, whatever. But your friend, you should not be thinking that about him. But then randomly this girl texts me and says, "Hey, like, could you find out if my friend, my friend, likes her?" And I 100% honestly said, "Actually, I like you." Like, if you don't see the problem with that, like, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. If a girl asks if one of your friends likes her, she does not like you. You don't have game. She does not like you. So yeah, yeah, I did that 100%. And I guess because of maybe embarrassment or just like she was like feeling might as well. We got together, right? And we started like texting all the time and like talking all the time in school. And the big lesson that I'm about to tell you is pretty important actually. Well, the last thing I just told you about texting her, like that's just a given. But you shouldn't be too focused on the relationship. And this is just as a guy, like you shouldn't be focused on the relationship as much as your girl is because like I was just following her around essentially. I would always be like talking to her. She goes anywhere, I'm right behind her like a dog. And like I would always be texting her. Like it was fun. Like I can't lie, it was fun. But what ended up happening was I was acting too feminine. Like I'm reading a book now that's like talking about how love is the priority in the feminine, and then mission purpose is the priority of the masculine. I was so focused on her that I was just completely like undirected from school. Like my grades went down even because I was always with her. Like I would just be focused on her. Like even in class, I'd probably be just looking at her for no reason. And what happened was because I was acting too feminine, she had to make up for the masculine in the relationship. So I was always with her, and she was always trying to like do something away from me or with her friends or like at school. She was like always focused on school, and that was a bad like kind of relationship to be in because I was so focused on her, she would be focused on her schoolwork, and it just ended up with me like feeling upset even because I just couldn't be as close to her as I wanted to be. And then also because I'm a guy, I don't want to see like, especially with a masculine core, you don't want your woman to have a masculine core as well. That was a big problem. So I was so focused on the relationship that she had to man up because I wasn't manning up. Like it's a very bad dynamic. But eventually we just split apart. We didn't even like break up or anything. We just stopped talking to each other. And I was like especially near the end of the relationship, I'm like, God damn it, I should have done better. Like I was having such bad thoughts about myself. Just don't get into that kind of dynamic where you're so focused on a relationship, you forget what you're really focused on. That's the first big lesson. And the second relationship was actually this year of high school. And so very recent, like hot news. And like what happened was this girl, like I was like kind of talking to her, maybe like flirting, but like I wasn't flirting, I was just being nice, like friendly. And what happened, she just gave me her phone number, her Snapchat. So I'm like, okay, might as well. And as a side note, if you don't really like a girl, but she gives you a phone number, like you should truly like debate with yourself whether you're gonna actually talk to her. And I know you probably won't listen to this. You'd be like, "Oh, okay, free phone number," because that's what I did. I can't lie. So you'll probably do that. Just do keep in mind that you should like keep in mind that you don't have to talk to a girl if she gives her your phone number. Like if you didn't like her and you still don't like her, then you shouldn't talk to her. You're just wasting your own time. But so I started talking to this girl, and we talked for a while actually, like maybe 5 months. And if I have to be honest, like the main thing in this relationship was that I just didn't see a future with her. So that's the second big lesson. If you don't see a future with her, you shouldn't be with her. Because honestly, like I liked her, I can't lie, but if I also have to be honest, I couldn't see being with her for a long time. Like in my mind, like she was not my wife. She wasn't even my long-term girlfriend. Like she was just a girl that I talked to. And like that sounds horrible to say, but I'm just being completely honest. I didn't see a future with her. And because of that, I acted almost distant from her. So whatever your intention is in a relationship, a girl can tell. Like I'm being dead serious. If you're debating whether you should be with her, you're going to act more distant from her. You're going to be less almost into the relationship as she is, and like she can tell that you're not truly interested. Like I got a text from this girl like a few months, like a month before we broke up, and she was just saying that like she doesn't want me to act as if she's my secret girlfriend. And that really hit hard. I'm like, damn, I'm really acting like that. And I had to debate with myself on whether to break up with this girl because at the like I was thinking about the pros and cons, and I was just thinking the pros was that I'm in a relationship. That's the only pro I could think of. I'm being dead serious. And then the con was that I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting her time, and I'm like wasting my energy as well because I know I'm not going to be with her. And so it was a hard decision to make, but I just decided that it was worth it for both me and her to break up the relationship. Like that sounds tough, but I was just truly thinking about both my time and also her time. Like why would she want to be with someone who's not truly interested in her? So I decided to break up with her. On one day, I was thinking about breaking up with her. I'm like, I was dead set. I'm gonna break up with her. And then at the end of the day, I was walking with her like after school, and I pussied out. I have to be honest. I was a coward. I just said, okay, yeah, bye bye. Like I didn't even say anything. And so the very next day, I then decided to break up with her. I said, hey, I want to break up. She says, okay, and I say bye. Problem solved, right? Like I just saved both my time and her time. And like a big thing is like if you don't see a future with a girl or even with a friend, like why be with her? You're wasting again both your own time and other people's time. Because with your own time, you could always like BS yourself saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do it later." But if you're wasting someone else's time, you don't owe that time. It's almost like a credit card. Like you're using other people's money, you have to pay it back somehow. But if you're not gonna pay it back by being a good partner or like potentially going further with that person, like you're wasting their money, you're wasting their time, and you don't have the right to do that. You just don't have that right. So truly think about whether you like someone before you get with them, and when you are with them, consider the future with you. And that was a big thing that I learned recently.